Hello and welcome back, guys. Okay, so far what we have is when we try to post here to sign up, we get our data here, and we also have a database with our users table. So we need a way to connect to the database, and so we are going to need to create a database class for that kind of thing. So let me come back here inside core. We already have the database.php, so we're going to put that there. Though sometimes you may want to get the database.php into models if you don't want it active all the time, but since we are using it almost every time, I think it's better to just load it inside core so that it becomes a core file. So to begin here, let me type my PHP tags. So we want to create a connection to the database. If I go to config, you will see that I've defined the DB username and the DB name, the username and the password. So we're going to use these. Now, if you want, you can also add a DB type here, because we're going to be using PDO. So sometimes you may use a different it's supposed to be MySQL like that. Sometimes you may use a different database. Okay, so these definitions here we are going to use when making a connection, but in order to first practice, we'll just do it here directly, and then we'll add these guys later. So here I will begin by saying class database. I don't know why it does that. Okay, so now we have a database class right here. So we can create a let's create a function. I like to name these properly. So public function, function, public function __ construct like so. Okay, so just like this, we have a class. Now it's a class even without this function. Even an empty class is a valid class. So now what happens here is that if we want to use this class, we're going to assign it to a variable. So I can assign it to a variable called db and say is equal to new, and then we'll call the database name like so, database, like that. So once we do this, then it means we've created a new version of this. So now the thing is, in our program, we can instantiate, this is instantiating, we can instantiate our database multiple times. Let's say, for example, you are reading from a post inside a function. You can write db is equal to new db so that you can use it. But sometimes you find that you may have instantiated it earlier in the same manner like this, and so you may have several connections to the database. Now it's always a good idea to just have one connection to the database. So we'll see how we can do that, because if I do this multiple times like this, I'm creating new copies of this database class every time. So this could run our memory down, or it could create security issues where too many connections at the same time to the database. It's better to have one connection. So let me show you an example of why an instance repeats itself or makes a copy of itself. So what I will do is, for example, this is for demonstration purposes only. So I'm going to say public, I will have a variable here called number, for example, and I'm going to set this number to 4, just for argument's sake. Now, you will see that after I create a new DB, I'm creating a new copy of this, which will contain the number 4 inside. So if I try, therefore, to read, I'm just going to say echo. I want to echo this number here. So to echo this number, I will say echo DB, like so, and then say number, like that. So if I go to my, let me not refresh, let me just hit the refresh button there. So you'll see that there's number 4 here on my website as predicted, because this is where the number is. But this function construct will run immediately. This is a special function because that's why we write it exactly like this. It's because it runs immediately you instantiate a class. So if you are to pass some variables here, you can read those variables from there as well. But we're not going to do that. So immediately we do this, this function will run. So let's do something. While this function runs, let's add to this number. So I want us to add 1 to that number. So I will say this and then say number plus plus. So this is how to tell it to just add 1 to the same number. And then we're going to echo it. So once we do this, it's going to do the addition. And then when we echo, we should see a number 5. So let me try this. And then we see number 5 there. Quite all right. But now look what happens when I instantiate the class again. So let me just echo a break tag here so that we can see, we can have a new line like so. So now I'm going to copy this. I put it here. So I will put it there and I'm instantiating it again. So this is one instance of this class and this is the second instance of this class. Now, remember that every time we instantiate a class, we are adding to this number. So we are adding and there we are adding. So let's see what happens. If I refresh, you see that I get 5 and I get 5. Now what this means is that every time I make an instance, it comes with this number 4. So this number is different from this one because even if we add it the second time, it's still number 5 because it always starts at 4. If this number was static, like if it was exactly the same number, if I add it twice, like here I add it and then I add it again, we're supposed to see it increase in number, maybe to 6, 7, 8 and so on, but it's not doing that. That's because this is a different object altogether and this is a different object altogether, and both these objects are getting space in the memory. So you should keep that in mind when you have very large classes that you keep instantiating like this, because each class gets memory power. So now we can do something to avoid making too many instances, even when we make several calls like this. Even then, when we instantiate it several times, we can make sure that number is the same value and we just keep adding to it. So we are not creating, in other words, we won't be creating a new version of this number. So in order to do that, we're just going to put a keyword called static like this. So what static means is that every time I make a copy of this class, this number is not going to be part of that copy. So you can do static even to functions as well. So static means this number remains in the original class. So even though we call this class several times, it's going to be the same number we are trying to access. Therefore, we are not increasing the number of the amount of RAM. Now, you cannot access a static value like this using this, because this is used to access an instance or a copy. But when you want to access a value that is always inside the original class, you use the keyword self. So here we're going to say self like this and put 2 full colons like that, and make sure you have the $sign for the variable like that. So what this means is we're accessing a variable that is inside the original class, and so it is static. So every time I instantiate this, I'm adding to the static value. Now down here also I cannot echo out this number like this, because this would mean the number is inside an instance. However, this number is inside the original class, so we can't do self here, but we can still call the class name, right? So in order to access this number here, what we will do is use database, this database right there, just the name of the class itself. So here I will, let me see if actually the instance itself can do that. I don't know if this is actually plausible, but let's give it a try. So let me refresh. Okay, so now look what we are seeing here. There's 5 and then there's 6. So what this is telling us is that the number is always the same. If I instantiate it twice, I'm adding to the same exact number, meaning I'm not making a copy of this number every time. So this is a good way to create a connection. So we can create a connection exactly the same way we're creating this number, so that no matter how many times we instantiate this class, the connection will still be exactly the same connection. So I really hope this concept has stuck in you, but if it hasn't, don't worry. Just remember that it's always better to have one connection to the database to avoid too much memory being used. So how do we do that exactly? So let's see how we can do that. So here we are going to delete all this because I don't need this. So just for example, we would still need the constructor class, but here we're going to call this one DB. Or maybe just for you to remember, connection. So it's short for connection, right? So we instantiate it like that. So it's equal to a no, because it's not given a value. So at this point, what I want to do is, once we do a construction here, we're going to check whether this is set to anything. So I'm going to say if self-con like that. If this is set, actually, if it's already set, what we do is we're going to return, oh, wait a minute. Let me create another function here, just a minute. So this one is going to be static, public static function. We're going to call this one get instance. So I've put a capital I there just for, okay. So what we will do is call this get instance to get our instance here. So this is where we're going to check from.